So you want to know if Squarespace is actually SEO friendly and if you can actually rank #1 on Google with a Squarespace website. Well, in this video, we're going to explore just that. Hey everyone and welcome. My name is Jeremiah with Svaren Web Studio. In today's video, we're going to explore how we were able to rank AlaskaVans.com for many Alaska camper van rental search queries on Google in just 6 months. Not only that, but we were able to actually increase the rankings within just a few weeks of making some simple tweaks. So we're going to dive into all of that in this video. I'm going to jump into my screen and show you a little bit of the analytics and the Search Console data, just so that you can see exactly what happened during what time period. And then I'll go through the website and kind of show you what levers I pressed and all of that good stuff. So let's get into the video here. Alright, so this is the website here, AlaskaVans.com. Now this website was already built and designed when we took this project on. This was in January 2020, and we were given the task to improve the SEO of the site and to, basically get more leads and more customers to rent a van for Alaska adventures. So, this is the website here. We didn't do a lot to change anything. But I'll go into the changes after we get into the data, because, that's what's most important here. So this is in the Google Search Console for the last 16 months. And this is a web query searches, so not mobile. Most of the users for this website are on web anyways. My guess is that they're planning their vacation on their laptops with their spouse, or with a friend or solo. Usually when you're doing that kind of work, you're working on the desktop just to be able to open everything up and see everything there. So as you can see, it was really like the positioning of it was all over the place for quite a while, and it would drop dramatically. It would like get kicked to the bottom of Google, and they weren't really getting many clicks or impressions, and nothing was really happening. And then in November, they had a little bit of work done. I think just like an Upwork SEO person went in there and keyword stuffed a bunch of things. I don't know what else they did, but that's all I saw was a bunch of keyword stuffing. So you can see there's some big changes here. Actually, it might be in October when they did it. It kind of pulled the site down quite a bit, and then it popped back up again. And you can see like right away things start picking up, and the impressions actually go up quite a bit January 23rd, and then from there it just keeps on climbing. And you can see the positioning has really not fallen down below this threshold here since January. Now there was clearly a dip in traffic and everything, impressions, the whole lot. Everybody was just searching a whole lot less in March when COVID shut down everything, and we were forced to reckon with that. So there was a big, obviously there was a decline there. It kind of looks a lot like the stock market, honestly. Just drops down, but then it continues to pick back up again. And I don't see this stopping anytime soon. Now if we look at the last 3 months of data here, we can see just how well they're ranking and how they've been holding those positions. So you can see everything is staying really consistent, only a couple times it kind of drops here. And you can see the positionings that they're holding right now. I mean, #1 for AlaskaVans, the main, clicks is what it's all about at the end of the day. That's where people are going through, and then impressions are a close second. So you can see we're ranking #1, 2.6 for AlaskaVans, 1 to 2 here. I mean, some really good rankings. This really helped them get through this tough time. You can see that the trend is staying consistent there. They have continued to, get more clicks. Everything has gone up for them. So what is it that we've done to actually help improve the SEO of the website, and how has Squarespace allowed us to do that? So this is in the Squarespace editor here in the back end. This is on Squarespace 7.0. So this is not the newest version, 7.1. Again, this is on the old version, 7.0. So one thing that we did was we trimmed up a bit of content, and we actually, there was previously 2 pages under our fleet for the 2 different vans. We cleaned that up into one, added a bunch of content to this page, nice new pictures, really good thorough descriptions here, and then everything has an alt text as well, of course, and this has really helped, and just boom, book now. Other things that we've done is clean up the homepage a little bit, added a little bit more text here, adjusted the call to actions and the buttons, also added alt text to the images, increased the page load time with this video. There was this video here before, and it was actually slowing down the site quite a bit with the way that it was uploaded. If you add a thumbnail image to the video, then that'll actually make it so that the thumbnail loads first, and then once you click on it, then it loads the video, versus otherwise it's trying to pull the thumbnail from YouTube, and that just creates a lot of extra bandwidth. So that really helped quite a bit to drop the page speed down dramatically. Other things we did was added more alt text to images in the gallery, just so that it's very descriptive, because there's a lot of good pictures here. Don't want to let them go to waste without the alt text. We also added good site descriptions. Previously, the site descriptions were very not very good. Right. For the homepage, you have to edit the SEO in this specific spot. Added a good descriptive, kind of teased the RVs a little bit. This actually helped our RV ranking for a little bit. It kind of pops in and out every now and then. It's kind of interesting to see that. And, talking about camper van rentals in Anchorage, Alaska, and, zip through towns under the radar and looking local. And then every page has a SEO description, of course, and everything is just streamlined. I mean, it's really simple to add your SEO information in Squarespace. It's all right here in the page settings. It's basically like a Yoast plugin, except it's built in. So you've got your SEO title, you got your SEO description. Everything else outside of that, you could customize the URL slug. So you can change that, make it good and descriptive. Same with the page title here. You can add a social image, so that way when it gets shared, there's a good, rich, descriptive image that shows a lot of information. You can really do a lot with Squarespace in a fast amount of time, and it all comes down to the content that you're providing the end user, and if the experience is good for the user, and if the user can find the information that they want easily and with a little bit of fun, depending on the target market, then Google will reward you for that. And we can clearly see that in this transformation of a Squarespace website getting SEO optimized to pop up to the top results. Not only that, we're outranking several WordPress websites that actually have better content than we do, have more content. And so we're gonna actually open this up in a private tab here, just to give ourselves a little bit extra here. And I'm just gonna show you how we're, it's not necessarily how we're outranking them, it's just the reality is this rental van company has been around longer, and so they have the authority and the backlinks to take that -- spot. We just had to give it a little bit of a nudge to fully describe everything going on there. So you can see AlaskaVans is right there. They're #3 in the map pack. I'd like to get them up a little bit higher. It's kind of crazy. They've got 10 reviews. This one has 1 review. Like, they don't even have a website, but it's because they have the name literally Alaska Camper Van Rentals, and so they have an exact match title. So you know what, meh, that's how I feel about them. And then you've got this, it's a bigger rental van agency that's, they've got that a little bit more authority going on there. But still, nonetheless, AlaskaVans is right there. But here's the competitors in a WordPress website with tons of rich content, and we outranked them. I mean, it's your website platform is not going to be what dictates if you are at the top of the search results. What it's going to be is the user experience, and if the user experience is good and you really actually provide good content. Not to mention, I mean, this page is taking quite a while to load here. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Now, granted, the target market for this travel van company is much different. This is more for a family. It's not for a two-person duo like AlaskaVans is. But you can see they've got a blog, they've got sample trips even, they've got, a lot more content. They have a lot more pages than AlaskaVans does, but still, we outrank them. And, we can even see here, if we go type it in here, and then we'll pull up some metrics about the two different sites so you can see. So this is the AlaskaVans that we were working on, and you can see here the authority is 14 and the domain authority is 12 and the page authority is 14. So we're in the 10 to 14 range for authority and trust. And let's just see what this other company is here. So look at that, they've got higher numbers and all across the board. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I don't know why they aren't ranking on Alexa, but you can see they're ranking for keywords as well, once this loads anyways. So kind of interesting. They're saying that they're ranking #1 right here, which maybe they are. Not sure about that. Again, the data is going to be different from different places, but Google Search Console says that they're ranking 1 to 1 point something. They've got quite a decent amount of backlinks, just like AlaskaVans does. You would think that they would have, that they would win. They have, everything. They're marking the boxes on everything according to the experts. I would say that the user experience is lacking here. They have a slider, which I despise sliders. I think that they should just go away, because just like don't provide me options. Tell me where you want me to go. And not to mention, once you go to click on this, then the thing changes, and it's just kind of a pain on mobile. Whole rant there. This button kind of looks more like a picture than anything. I should stop giving them advice here. Now look, just because these are the results that we got doesn't mean that you're going to get the same results. I can't guarantee that you're going to rank higher in Google if you do X, Y, and Z, or if you use Squarespace or WordPress. I mean, I can't read Google's mind. That thing has a mind of its own, and we all know it. Your results are going to be tailored to the individual. You never know if something that you do today that is good for your site is going to be bad for your site later. You constantly have to be monitoring these things and ensuring that at the end of the day, what's most important is that you provide value to your viewers at the end, and that they actually have a good experience that makes them want to come back again, to convert, to become a fan. So keep that in mind whenever you're building any page, and I'm sure you're going to be headed in the right direction if you just follow the SEO basics of your descriptions and your titles. Keyword rich pages that are easy to read but yet informative, photos that are good quality but yet small enough that they do not take up too much load time, and have alt text. Always include the alt text on those images, and then maybe you'll rank #1 in Google. But you know what? You're probably going to be trying to keep that spot forever. I mean, I'm a little bit nervous sitting #1 with the AlaskaVans.com domain, just because now we have a target on our back. You know, now there's going to be people coming after you, and so you gotta be continually staying ahead of your competition, because the competition is what dictates how much work you have to put in. So if you can outwork your competition, then you got a good chance of rising to the ranks. But again, no, you don't. You know, I mean, you're putting luck in your favor by working harder, but at the end of the day, results are not guaranteed. Legal disclaimer right there. So I hope this video was informative, helpful maybe, at least maybe a little bit entertaining with my little rants in there. If you have any more questions about Squarespace or SEO, be sure to leave them in the comments, and be looking out for a video on our transition to Squarespace for our web design company as we fully immerse ourselves into the Squarespace world. Please subscribe. No, you know what? I'm not going to ask for subscribers anymore, because the subscribers don't matter. What matters is that you got value out of this video. And so if you got value out of this video, please just throw a comment down below and say what you learned from this or what you thought was funny. And that's how I know that I did my job. So until next time, peace.